up this week on Science Pennites. This week we're learning about the
adrenal glands. The adrenal glands.
It is also known as a suprarenal gland.
The adrenal gland is part of the endocrine system and is located
above the kidneys. So endocrine glands are glands that secrete directly into the bloodstream. In humans, the right adrenal gland is pyramidal in shape, whereas the left is semilunar or crescent-shaped and somewhat larger. The adrenal glands measure approximately 3 centimeters in width, 5 centimeters in length, and up to 1 centimeter in thickness.
Adrenalectomy is the removal of one or both adrenal glands.
The adrenal glands produce aldosterone, cortisol, adrenocortical, dehydroepiandrosterone, and adrenaline.
Cortisol is a hormone which is mainly released at times of stress and has many important functions in your body. Having the right cortisol balance is essential for human health, and it can lead to problems if your adrenal glands release too much or too little cortisol. It increases your body's metabolism of glucose, controls your blood pressure, reduces inflammation, and helps your body respond to stress.
Aldosterone is a hormone produced in the outer section of the adrenal gland. It plays a central role in the regulation of blood pressure by acting on organs such as the kidney and the colon. It increases the amount of salt, sodium, reabsorbed into the bloodstream to increase the amount of potassium excreted in the urine. Aldosterone also causes water to be reabsorbed along with sodium. The hormone is secreted from the pituitary gland, and once it reaches the adrenal gland, it attaches onto them and causes them to secrete more cortisol. The abbreviation for dehydroepiandrosterone is DHEA. It is also known as androstenedione. High levels of DHEA can result in high levels of stress, whereas low DHEA can result in fatigue, inability to gain muscle, excess body weight, and lower sexual hormones. Dehydroepiandrosterone is a precursor to sexual hormones. It is produced in the outer cortex of the adrenal glands. It can also help with depression, aging skin, erectile dysfunction. It can help treat osteoporosis and vaginal atrophy.
And vaginal atrophy. I love my life. Adrenaline. It's produced in the medulla. It's responsible for fight or flight response. Air passages dilate, ensuring muscles can move quickly and prepare them to possibly fight or flee. Important muscles have blood redirected towards them. When adrenaline kicks in, ability to feel pain decreases, enabling you to endure more pain for extended periods of time. Effects of adrenaline can linger for 1 hour after the stress subsides.
Disorders in the adrenal glands can include infections, an issue with another gland as in pituitary in which regulates the adrenal gland, some medicines affecting the gland, adrenal gland tumour, Cushing syndrome, Addison's disease, and hypoaldosteronism.
The adrenal gland can be affected by a vast range of germs, including fungi, viruses, parasites, and bacteria. Infections can directly or indirectly cause tissue damage.
The adrenal glands can also be affected if there's a tumour in the pituitary gland, because the pituitary gland controls a hormone, adrenocortical, which pumps into the bloodstream and attaches onto the adrenal glands, making them produce more cortisol. Without this hormone, the adrenal glands will produce cortisol irregularly. Some medicines, as of steroids, affect the adrenal glands because they've replaced the hormones that they produce. The adrenal gland tumour is also known as adrenocortical carcinoma.
It is rare, and it happens when the cancer cells attach to the outside of the adrenal gland. Symptoms include high blood pressure, pain in the abdomen or lower back, low potassium levels, nervousness, feelings of anxiety or panic attack, headache, diabetes, and excessive hair growth.
Now, the treatment for the tumour is just surgery. Cushing syndrome can occur when there's too much cortisol produced, or typically when steroids are being used. It can also be a result of an adrenal tumour. Whereas on the other hand, too little cortisol will cause Addison's disease.
Addison's disease symptoms develop slowly, often over several months. They include extreme fatigue, weight loss, decreased appetite, darkening of your skin, low blood pressure, salt craving, nausea, abdominal pain, and irritability. Treatment is medication to compensate the lack of cortisol.
Hypoaldosteronism is when the body makes too much aldosterone. It can also be a result of bilateral disease or unilateral disease. This is when the two glands function irregularly. The symptoms include high blood pressure, low level of potassium in the blood, feeling tired all the time, headache, muscle weakness, and numbness. The treatment is also medication. It can also be further prevented by living a healthy life. In summary, the adrenal glands are incredibly important. They cover a range of hormones and there are a lot of disorders that can go wrong, but many of them are fixed with medication. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the standing hot seat. Yeah, that's right. I'm your host, Riley, and we're here with Miss Spencer. Now, this is her final question, and she gets $1 million. Woo! So, Brenda, what are you gonna do if you win $1 million?
Probably buy a gun and get a nice place at Tucker Avenue.
Sorry, what? Yeah! So the final question of this round. Which gland produces the cortisol hormone? Is it A, hypothalamus, B, pancreas, C, adrenal, or D, thyroid? 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7.
C, adrenal.
C, adrenal. That is her answer. Let's see if that's right. $1 million he got. It's correct! Yeah! Yeah, she gets to weigh a gun.
Oh my god, this whole time I had chocolate in my mouth.
And once it reaches the... I
play Pokemon Go every day. Sorry.
Where did my other clock go?
Kylie.
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 Kylie.